I am California of the past.
I am California of the past.
I am California of the past.
I'm going to tell you some stories about the Cherbak house. Now, this is the first of the big stone houses on Hillside Drive, and it was built by the Cherbak family. They had 4 sons. Well, they came with 3, and one of them was born in the house. They came from Russia. The father had a Russian language newspaper in Los Angeles, and he was sure that after the revolution in 1917 in Russia, that he would be able to go back and there would be free speech for all and the Tsar was gone. And he was wrong. He went back, they told him not to, and he was never seen again. So the mother, this tiny little Russian woman, brought up the family, the 4 brothers. And the only one that I really knew was George Cherbak, who lived in the house next door. And we lived in what was then an abandoned house that was the family house, with a bedroom upstairs for each of the brothers. It was built of river stone that they went out and gathered, looking for the best stones. And the house was a shell of stone plastered on the inside, no insulation. So when the rocks got cold, you could not heat the house. When the rocks got hot and the nights didn't cool off, you couldn't cool off the house. So we spent 1 year there and decided we better do something about this. So we took one room, a little library, and I lined it with books, and we put in a little pot-bellied stove. We tiled around it. There had been a little oil stove there, and the flue went straight up, and it had cement pipes, so it was safe through the attic to have a pretty hot pipe going up there, but no spark arrestor because it was an oil stove. So with the pot-bellied stove there, we were doing well until one time I didn't know about coal, and I heated it with coal, and that thing got red hot. It just scared me to death. So we decided it's wood after this. The only thing we missed about the house was, or while we were living there was no view of the mountains. The big picture window that you see in the drawing faces the driveway, faces the east. And one of the reasons for that is the north winds. When they, if you have a north-facing door, and the wind's terrible northers, when they would blow all the furniture right out the house. They were in some of the early days that actually blew barns and houses over. Some of those winds were so strong. And that's one of the reasons they put in those big eucalyptus trees to slow those winds down. The brothers built rock houses up and down the street. Each brother, when they married, they would build their own rock house. So there was a whole line of them, and this was the big one. This was the mama house. We built a fence around our part of the lot because you couldn't tell where George's ended and ours began. And he tore out all the trees except 2, so we had 2 lemon trees. And those lemons produced lemons all year long. He claimed he got 3 crops a year. I think he could have had more than that. But the Alta Loma and that rocky soil was ideal for growing lemons. When they took the lemons out of Alta Loma, they never found a place as good and that produced as much as Alta Loma did. So that's the story of the Cherbak house.